All right, we're live. Okay. All right. I can see some number of people here, so we can get started. Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining today's session. My name is Alameda Mercy, and I'm a graduate student studying in the United States. As you guys all know, we usually have the sessions whereby we bring scholars to come share their experience. We get to ask questions about scholarships, like so many things. And today we're going to be talking about fully funded Mastercard Foundation Master's Program at Arizona State University. We have a scholar who has gone through the process, and it's a privilege to have her. She'll be talking to us about the process. I get to ask her questions, and she will be answering our questions. And just to know that we are here with me, if you guys can just say something in the comments, probably your name, where you're watching us from, just say something before we kick on. Okay, I'm waiting for you guys in the comment section. Okay, hi Victor. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Joy. Thank you. All right. Okay. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Rotimi. Not to waste you guys' time. I want you to all pay attention. If you have any question during the course of me asking questions, maybe anything she says you don't understand, please, you have to ask. Just like I said last week, I said you guys should start your application so you can, that way you'll be able to, you already familiarize yourself with the application, right? And you can ask questions. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Mohammed. You can hear me. Well, all right. Please let's pay attention. Don't like log out, log in so you don't miss out on the details and come back to ask questions about what we've already talked about. Okay, so I'm going to bring our scholar. Thank you so much, Ma, for joining us today. We really appreciate you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come speak with us. And yes, we would like you to please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Thank you, Mercy. My name is Esther Abel, and I was a scholar. I'm still a scholar. A scholar is always a scholar for life.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually graduated from Arizona State University this year with an AI in business master's degree through the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship here in ASU. I secured my scholarship last year, and out of more than 2,000 applicants, I was among the five that was selected for the AI in Business Scholarship. And this year we successfully completed our degree, and currently I'm still here in Arizona where I'm working. And it's very nice to be on this call. Thanks, Mercy, for inviting me. And I hope I'm able to answer all your questions and bring clarification to whatever question you need. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And yes, a Mr. Cat scholar. Thank you. So we tried to like get a speaker last year for this Arizona State paper, but we could not get. And I'm so happy that we finally got you. Thank you for setting the path for people to follow, because it's because of people like you that we can get information, and that way you inspire people, you encourage people that, oh yes, so far they can see an example, they can always follow that path. Thank you so much. Yeah, so to start with our questions, not to very on sport, like what actually motivated you to apply for the Mastercard scholarship? Like, and specifically ASU. Why not Cambridge? Why not the the Canada's one? Why ASU?
All right. So for me, it wasn't just about the school. There was no focus on the particular course at when I was applying because I was just interested in getting a scholarship to further my studies, and so I was applying to all scholarships, like anyone I see. And that's why for me social media is very important. Like my LinkedIn is not like social media is very important. Like my LinkedIn page is extremely important to me because that's where I see opportunities. I might not be active in any other platform, but that platform is important because I get to source for different opportunities. And when I was applying, like I graduated in 2021, I didn't really apply that year. 2022, I did not apply. I was just building on my skills, both technical skills, community impact skills. I was building on them. But then 2023, I became very serious with applying for scholarships. And that particular year I got one in 2023, which was Mandela Road Scholarship. I traveled for it, I came back, and at a point in early 2024 I lost the scholarship because I got the scholarship, but then I didn't get like admission to the school I wanted, and so they told me, oh, you've lost the scholarship, and it was so painful. And I started seeking out for other opportunities. And so I saw scholarship for Arizona State University. I applied for it. I also applied for McGill. I applied for so many, to be frank. I applied for NDDC, NMPC, like you can mention as many as. And so, but by God's grace, I got the Mastercard Foundation Scholarship. And so I had to drop others, but I was like halfway there with others too. But when I knew that I'd already gotten this one, I left others. So there wasn't just a focus on a particular school. It was just, I need scholarship, I need to
Yeah.
study.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, so I just want to point it out. It's out of the way. Like you guys, it's a privilege to have scholar Esther Abel with us. She's a celebrity, so you people should take advantage of them that's coming out. Honestly, like it's a celebrity in case you don't know. So please let us pay attention and understand that she's giving her value this morning or afternoon. She's giving her value this moment. Yeah. So to continue with my question, I'm gonna ask about the application process. So first thing first, we want to understand applying for the Mastercard scholarship. Do you need to do the application separately to Arizona State University, or you have to do like just the Mastercard and that's it?
All right. So this morning, this is currently morning in my side, like 8 a.m. And so I got a message when I woke up because I had a webinar yesterday, and the person said, oh, you said we should apply to Mastercard Foundation first. I said yes, but she said she's seen something. I think maybe she's going to a different link, or I don't know where she's clicking on. And then I had to go back and read through again. And I'm certain about what it is because that's the same process I went through for myself and the people that came in. The scholars for this year, they just came in this August. They just started their studies and the same process. So now let me explain the process again. Mastercard is affiliated with several universities, with ASU, with McGill, with Cambridge, with Oxford, and these institutions, they have their own ways. They have different processes. So the process for ASU might not be the same thing for Cambridge University. For Cambridge University, you have to apply to when you're applying to Cambridge, because my sister got the one for Cambridge University.
Oh,
Just
wow.
graduated too. So you're applying to Cambridge, and then on their portal, you have to pick which scholarship you want. So if you're applying to Mastercard, you will not pick Mastercard right there when you're applying. But that's not the same thing for us here in ASU. For ASU, you apply to Mastercard Foundation first. So when you apply to Mastercard Foundation, they will now let you do the initial screening. And then after the initial screening, if you're chosen, they will send you a link saying, oh, you've passed the first stage. You will be invited for an interview. They will not give you the go ahead to apply to ASU. That's when you apply to ASU. Now, because normally, if you want to apply to ASU, you have to pay an application fee.
Yeah.
But then when you're doing it with Mastercard Foundation, you apply to to Mastercard Foundation, and when you pass the initial screening, they will give you an application fee waiver, so you will not have to pay that money by yourself. They'll give you a code, which when you're applying to ASU, you impute, and the fee will be cleared for you. And so it's the process is applied to Mastercard. If you pass their initial screening, they give you the fee waiver. you apply to ASU, why they also schedule an interview with you. And so when you pass the interview, you would also have to provide your at that stage you will not provide your admission. By then you would have gotten admission from ASU. So you provide the admission letter from ASU. Maybe you let them know that you've gotten an admission, and then they will not let you know if you gotten the scholarship or not. So that is the process. So do not go applying to ASU first. If you're applying for the scholarship, you apply to for the scholarship, and then the deadline is coming real soon, which is I think 14th September. And so if you're applying, you try to apply for the scholarship as soon as possible.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that clearing that. So first your focus should be the Mastercard scholarship. So
Yeah.
yeah, every other thing follows. And I won't be going through the list of the courses. So I there's a website whereby you can find a list of the courses that are available, because it's not all courses are available for that Arizona State University Mastercard program. I don't want to make mistake in pronouncing the because it corrected me about it is Mastercard Foundation, right?
Yes, it's Mastercard Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to just talk about something because people have been asking this. They say a course, they said, but it's not like really like exact. They don't have like maybe the bachelor's degree is not the same title with what they are seeing in that website. For example, maybe like I think data science. Like, how would you like advise someone maybe that did mathematics or like something like key, quite related, but not the same thing per se? Would you advise them to like give it a shot regardless of if it is not the same thing they did in their bachelor's degree?
And so I know I get this question a lot. Um, I think let me just explain it from the start. So what I advise people I talk to and people I have the time to like communicate with is, before you start applying, go through the scholarship requirements. If you meet everything, you should not have a master's degree. You should not be above 33 years old. You should be a citizen of Africa. You should be from Africa. You should not be below 18 years. You should have your undergraduate degree conferred to you before July 2026. So even if you're still in school and you're sure you're going to get your degree before July 2026, you can still apply and indicate that when you're applying. You should also, there's a final one. Okay, yeah. So HND, if it's Nigerian, is not acceptable. It's bachelor's degree. So if you have HND, there's no need actually wasting your time because it's written there. If you go read the requirement. So now when you're sure you meet all this, the next thing you should do, there are about 10 courses, right, for this year. So each year they bring out the courses that you should apply for. So the courses that were given last year might not be what they are offering this year. So don't say because, oh, they gave this, so I'm going to apply for that particular course. No, look at those courses. You look at where do you have a strong advantage. For me, that's what I'll tell you, because you're competing against thousands, if not millions of people. Everybody wants to jump out. That's the truth. It's not just you. Like for us, we were just five chosen, and it was like a very short period. So many people did not know about it for my own time. So many people did not know.
But
I,
now,
I think I brought so much. I exposed the scholarship a lot. So many
yeah,
people don't even know about ASU Mastercard Foundation because scholars were not talking about it. But then when I got it, I started talking about it and all that. So many people became aware, right? And then for last year, 30 people came in because it's like 30 people each year right now for 5 years. That's what is being. So 30 people are already in. This set is also 30 people they are going to take for next year. So it's 30 people for next 5 years. So even if you don't get now, sorry, just keep applying for the next 5 years. Maybe you might fall into one of the years. So that's the truth. You might not really like you should expect anything. That's the truth. So when you go to those courses, please, where do I have a strong advantage? Which one should I apply for? Then, when you look at those courses, you can now know because you cannot change the course you chose. Once you submit, you've submitted, you can't change it, right? So you actually need to do this research yourself. Then, when you look at the course that you know that, oh, you have some strong advantage. Also go to the that particular department and search for their own requirement, because maybe the CGPA requirement might be different, or there might be something they need from the department that you might not have. So always go down to the department and search to know that, okay, this and this, I meet the departmental requirement also for this particular course I'm choosing, before you now submit it to Mastercard, right? So because even if you get the scholarship, maybe you did the interview, you passed, and you did not provide an admission letter, you've also lost it, just like what happened to me. If you don't get the admission, you've lost the scholarship, even if you've gotten to the final stage. So you should also, you're not just fighting to get like the scholarship past the initial stage, also you're like the final admission and everything. So do that. And another thing I will state is your write-up matters a lot, because you might also not have something that's very close to the particular course on the website, but the way you tell your story, the way you tell that, oh, I'm trying to transition from this field to this field because maybe after graduating in my undergraduate degree with in my undergraduate with this degree, I saw that there was need for me to move into something like this, and I started learning courses, started taking certifications, and right now I've done so and so projects in this particular field. And so I believe that if I'm given the opportunity, I'll be able to transition successfully from this field to this particular field for my master's. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to explain.
Yeah, I get
So if
you.
you're able to actually tell that story really well, you are still good to go.
Yeah.
Because for my set, we had one of our scholars, who happens to be my roommate. She transitioned for a different field or to AI in business,
Wow.
and she also got the scholarship, but it was just her story. Do you get putting it all there? How do you tell that story, that you're moving from here to here? And yeah, that's like the ability. So everybody is like, and then go Grace, person that reads your essay and everything, so you can't really tell. So it's also Grace, the God factor is also there. So yes, so you can actually move from one field to the other, but you have to like align it. Okay, I did this during my undergraduate, but then I'm moving on to this because I saw that there is a need, and yeah, so that's it.
Thank you so much for sharing that. So yes, we celebrate grace because it's grace that has brought you this far. Yeah, we celebrate grace. So if I get you right, it's possible for you to get the Mastercard and not eventually get into ASU. Is that possible?
Yeah, the department, if you don't meet the departmental requirement, you might not get admission.
Okay, okay, cool. Interesting. So you guys that are paying attention, as she's saying stuff, you can always drop your questions. You don't have to wait because we are working with time. Strictly 1 hour. So talking about the application, trying to stand out, based on your experience, what do you think can make a candidate stand out for this scholarship?
All right, so there are so many requirements. Like I mentioned earlier, each scholarship have their focus. And for Arizona State University, the focus is in innovation and technology, right? And so if you're applying to ASU, you should also look at that. That's the theme, innovation and technology scholarship. Then another main focus of Mastercard Foundation in general is impact and leadership. So you should tie these things together. So innovation and technology, impact and leadership in Africa. How do you give back? How have you been giving back? What have been your impact story? What have you been doing? So if you're able to generate a team, a write-up within this area, because I know you're supposed to write 2 essays, or when they talk about resilience and then your personal story, your statement. So if you're able to write within this scope, you're good to go. That's the truth.
Mm.
So make sure that you follow the requirements. I know there's a part where they say, I think it's your CV, they say submit a PDF copy, and that, oh, if you submit a Word document, it will not be read. But you still see people submit Word document because they will not read the instruction. That's the truth. People will
Really?
not, and then they will submit Word document, and you might have everything, a first class CGPA, you have the best recommendation, and just that small mistake, you've lost it, and you keep wondering, oh, this person with second class up, I got it. To me, there is first class, I have everything. Why did I not get it? But you not know that maybe just that simple instruction you did not adhere to. And so, what I advise is, if you're applying for this class, you have like a checklist, write it out. These are the requirements, you write it out. So before you submit, tick off the checklist. Oh, PDF, you tick. oh, personal statements, this other statement, you tick, you have it ready, recommendation letter ready, everything is ready before you submit, so you don't miss out on any of the requirements. Like, yeah, during the webinar I had yesterday, someone said information is also part of the requirement, like part of the application. If you don't know the right information, you do something that is not allowed and then you're out of it. So for getting into the scholarship, I think one, adhering to the instructions. For the essays, they say 450 to 500 words. Do not write below 450 words. Do not write above 500 words. And even if you're writing between the 450 to 500, maybe write 480, 490.
Mm-hmm.
Stop at 450. Tell your story on inside those essays. When it comes to personal statements, what's your motivation? How did you grow to this point? What was your talk about your education, talk about your professional experience, talk about your career alignment to the course you're applying for. And then when it goes to resilience, talk about your leadership, what actually prepared you to get to the level you are, what are the challenges you faced, right? What are the things that you've gone through and then you still achieved and got to where you are. That's like what they're expecting from that other AC. So know the difference between what to put in these two ACs. Don't just write the same thing. Most people, they will just, oh, it's nothing, it's almost, they will write the same thing, they don't care. Like, if you're actually doing this, then I think you should put in your best, right?
Yeah.
If you actually want to apply, then apply,
Results. Yeah.
right? So put in your best to the essays. Then your recommendation letter is also very important. I know the recommendation letter, they say address it to the Mastercard Foundation, the Mastercard Scholars Program at Arizona State University. Why not just follow that? Tell the person that is going to recommend you, this is what they said you should address it to, address it that way. If they said it should be signed, you can tell the person to sign on it, put their email and their phone number, use a professional email for recommendation. If they even have a letter-headed paper, they should use that. And the recommendation is supposed to be about your educational life and your, I think, education. And there are two things they mentioned. Um, and leadership, academic and leadership, yes. So it should be stated there. So, and it's preferable you reach out to maybe a lecturer, your professor, because those are the people that can talk about your academic life. Your boss at work might not really talk about that. But if you don't have access to your professors or lecturers that can do that for you, for your boss or any other person that want to recommend, you can give them some write up about your academic life, so they will add it to the statements they are writing for you. So don't just make it focus in one area. Don't just focus. Like, the recommendation guys shouldn't just be about your career or about your academics. Let there be a mixture of both of them. So whoever you're giving, before you ask them to recommend you, maybe you can do a draft of the things you think about yourself in both aspects, and tell, oh, this is about my current level, so they can use it as a guide when writing the recommendation letter for you. So like that's actually my advice. And make sure that there's like a naming format for your name. Your document should please follow that naming format. And when you're submitting, ensure that all your check everything and you submit, and you submit on time. You know, the time difference between Arizona and Africa is quite different. So
Mm-hmm.
submit on time, maybe 1 week to the deadline, few days to the deadline, submit. Don't just go and submit that particular day, right? Don't go because of the time difference. You might just miss out after all the preparations and everything. So yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for mentioning that. And just to point out from what she said, if you don't want to put in your effort, you rather should not apply at all.
Yeah.
Like, you don't waste your time or waste the recommended time. The time you would have probably used it to do something else. So put in your best, like you want to get results. All right. So someone is asking how many pages of CV is allowed. I think they should be able to find out on the website, right?
No, it's not written there.
Okay.
Um, you can submit, it's a CV. You can submit to, I would advise two highest.
Two.
In America, they deal with very brief CVs. Like the CV format they gave us when we started our masters was just a one-page CV, because Yeah, it just was just one, but since it's a scholarship and you want to add like your leadership experience, some of the things, projects you've done, your skills, and some things that can help you stand out, you can actually make it up to 2 pages if you are. But it should be formatted properly. There's no need for picture. For US, there's no the picture. It's not 18. I think for UK, you will see them adding images to their CV, but here there's no need for adding your image to your CV. So remove that so it doesn't even take up the space you use to add something important. And there's no need for all the address and all. Make sure that your email is properly captured. Your maybe your LinkedIn URL, if it's active, you can add it there. A phone number that is also active with the country code because you're applying for different parts of Africa, right? So you add your country code and arrange your CV properly. Since it's academic, something on academic, you have like a professional summary at the top. You add your educational achievement. If you graduated very well, maybe 4 points and above, you can add your CGPA, add some relevant courses that align um, with the course you're applying for. Maybe you studied mathematics in school and you're applying for data science. There are some courses like statistics that align with data science. You can add it there, relevant courses like statistics and some courses that align. Add your skills. You come down, add your professional experience and also quantify your experience. Let's say you worked as a data scientist or as a data analyst. Don't just write that, oh, I analyze data for the company. No, I analyze data for business this that help the company achieve this.
Yeah,
Like you quantify it, right? Same thing for all of them, but don't just say 100%, 20%, 50%. No, there are different ways of doing that. That's like another study, a study for another day. So make sure that your CV is properly arranged, remove grammatical error, format it very like me for me, I take note of like very little things and I thank God I'm not screening because I take note of little things. Like it should be how is it called justified? Yes. So it's not like you see some CV, some are stopping like this, like you you're looking at the CV like you don't even know where to start. The spacing are different, the font sizes are different. So these are little things you
need to work
and
on
I know someone that is able to do that.
it.
Somebody on that team that can do that thing, that can look at that thing and tell you like, what's this? If you cannot take note of little details, is it? So you like just make sure that you arrange your CV properly. Even your write up, like when you're done with your essays, justify it, make it look good before you submit. These are little details you think will not matter, but they really matter. Like
Of course, yes.
they can help you actually stand out. People take note of little things you might not know. And also be professional in because a lot of people after applying for scholarships start sending emails. Oh, when is this one coming out? You're disturbing these people. They also have their life and they are screening one over how many thousand emails, and then you're sending them emails again. For me, it's a red flag. Like if I give this person scholarship, it's going to disturb me. There's no need. I'll just mark that one X and continue with other people. So you need to also be professional in that aspect. Don't go bugging their emails and all. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. It's not like you're doing cold emails, so don't send. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for answering that. So the next question: during the course of your application, we've talked about the application materials, how to stand out. But during the course of your application, I'm sure you face some challenges, right? When you're applying, maybe lead to one or two. Can you just share some of the challenges and how you scale through to successfully get this scholarship?
Okay, for me, I think as at that time when I was applying for this scholarship, I wasn't really I was I was feeling a bit down because like I told you I already had a scholarship and then I lost it. And so I was like, well, what use is like applying and all that. But then I had a network system around me. I had friends that were really pushing for me, like Esther, you're not supposed to be at this level, you're not supposed to be here. You have so much, you're supposed to do something like you have so much within you and we know this is not where you're supposed to do to be. And so when they see opportunities like they're always sending it my way. My sister was on that team. I had some friends too on that particular set, on that particular uh stage with me. And so they're like, oh, Esther, this is scholarship, apply. Like they were sending it to me. And me, I was even tired. Like because I already wasted so much money on the one I got. I had to apply for my visa and everything, and then I lost it. And so it was really heartbreaking breaking. And but then for this particular one, I think I applied close to the deadline because they've sent it to me. I was just ignoring it. Like there's no need. But then they kept pushing like, Esther, have you applied? And like, if I let me just apply, and then I applied. So I know a lot of people might be in that stage. They've been applying and they are not getting at this point. They'll be like, is there still need? Like, oh, but please just apply because you might not really know which one will work for you. That's the truth. As what if I didn't try again? It means I wouldn't have gotten it, right? And also build a network of people that knows what you are really worth. Imagine
Mm-hmm.
I did not have such people around me. No one would motivate me. No one would tell me try again and all. So always have the right set of people around you that would. Some people will come and say, "How are you? Why you disturb yourself? Why are you stressing yourself? Just leave all these things. It's not for you." But no, have people that would motivate you, people that would challenge you, that would help you to bring out the best in yourself. So keep those people within you and around you. And I think another challenge I faced was I didn't really face so much challenge, but then when I applied, my mind was like, oh, am I sure I was like, that you're just waiting to get the email. And when I got the first email, like, oh, you've passed the first stage, applied to Arizona State University. I'm like, Jesus, how did this happen? And I was chasing two. I was chasing the NDDC on. Uh, yeah, NDDC. So I went for NDDC at the same time. I went for NDDC's what's it called test, and I passed. So I was invited to come for the interview. And so while I passed the test, it was like close to that period. I got an email that, oh, I've gotten this scholarship, and there was no need going for the interview again for NDT. So like, let someone else have it. I already have my own. And so yeah, I didn't really face much. The thing with ASU is that you don't face so much. They make the process
Easy.
good for you. Yeah, you don't face so much. If you have any challenge, so that was why I said do not go bugging them. But if you have any challenge, their email is there. You can send them an email. And yeah, just to state, some people you might want to submit your application and then you find out that, oh, you get like an error, or maybe you didn't even see that your application was submitted successfully. You can actually send an email to ask that, oh, maybe you had a network issue and there was an error when you wanted to submit it, just to find out if it was successfully submitted or not, so that you know if you just start the application again, because you're not supposed to submit twice, right? If you submit twice, they will disqualify you. So instead of submitting twice and you're getting disqualified, so you can actually send an email to ask if the application was successful, so that you know if you're sending your application again or not. And that's why you should apply early, because you don't know when you get the response. Because several people are also like sending mails and all that, so you don't start sending mails and mail again, and then you'll be in distress. Yes, but the whole process was seamless. The team, they actually like great. They do their work well, and so it was seamless for me. Yeah.
Well, thank you for answering that. Yeah. So I will pick one question from the audience before I continue. No, I have submitted, but I would love you to talk more on the recommendation letters. I think she already did. Is it right to make a draft for your referee?
It is great. It's like one of the best thing you can actually do. Because let's say you graduated from school like 2 years ago, you started working your career life, your lecturer doesn't know that about you. They don't know what you're doing in your office. They don't know some of the leadership skills you've picked up after school. And so it's actually when you send them that draft, that they will know that, oh, after this person left school, she has done this, or he has done this and this, he's already into this, and this is how it aligns with the career, with the scholarship he's applying for. So they would not, it's not like you're giving them that, oh, take this thing, recommend me. No, the
Mm-hmm.
draft you're giving them is, oh, this is what I'm currently doing, this is the current stage of my career or my life, this is how it applies to the scholarship I'm applying for. Them, they will not pick from that and do the final recommendation for you. So you're not writing the recommendation and giving them, oh, submit this recommendation for me. No, you're telling them about your current status, your career, academics, and all. and so they will impute that into what they are writing for you. So they don't give you a generic recommendation like, oh, this person was my student, he graduated from this department, and I want you to kindly give him the scholarship. There's nothing in that recommendation. There's
Okay.
nothing. So it's when you give them the job, they'll know what to add for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. But I believe that had answered your question. Okay. So I think that's just an overview, guys, about the whole application materials, the tips you need to know. And some people ask me to ask you that they want to know about your experience as a Mastercard scholar at Arizona State University. Can you just like give us an overview of what it is like? What's what is it like? Okay, like the scholarship, is it like a full ride? What are the benefits aside those? Yeah, aside the money, like they just want to know. So I'm really that.
Oh, okay. I think I'm always making reference to yesterday. So yeah, yesterday while I was talking, I was like, oh, I I think I know Mastercard Foundation Scholarship is the best in the whole world.
Hmm. I'm sorry to cut you short. You mentioned NCDC.
NDDC.
Yeah, maybe people can gain something from that. What's that?
Oh, it's Niger Delta Development Council. Abi?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
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 for
a
Niger Delta. It's for Nigeria. There is NDDC. There's NMPC. There are I think PTDF, like the
Oh,
picture.
okay, okay, those ones. Okay.
Yeah, they can go and check it online. But I think they've taken for this year. They've
Oh,
already done for this year, yeah. And it's mostly for UK schools. They have affiliations with UK schools.
whichever way works, they are ready to.
Yeah, you can go for that.
Yeah.
And so I was saying the Mastercard Foundation scholarship is the best, but then Mastercard Foundation scholarship here in ASU is at the top, at the peak of all
Really?
Mastercard Foundation scholarships. Yes. And they were people from Cambridge University, they were arguing with me yesterday. I said it's a lie. We are the best, and they know it. And so I think it has been one of the best experience so far. I met with my advisor some weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. I was like, Esther, how is life after scholarship? I said, I still want to be a scholar. I need the free money. Like, he was laughing at me. Oh my God, it's not easy being on like, but what it covers your full tuition fees. Actually stated there, it covers your on-campus housing, your books. You get a laptop. You get
Oh
uh,
yes.
it covers your
Are you
visa.
gonna take the laptop back? Sorry to cut
The
you.
same laptop I'm using to do this call.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah. So it covers, it's your own for life, actually. It covers your medical expenses, you get your medical insurance, your visa fee, although you do your visa, they send you everything you need to do your visa to you in your country. You do the visa, you pay for it, right? But when you get here, they give you back. You get a refund of everything you spent during the visa process. Yes. And you get leadership, you get mentorship, you get internship, you also get professional development money. Like you can go for a conference, travel. Like for me, I traveled for a conference in California. You can decide to use it to take some courses online, depending on what you want to do and what you feel your money can cover. You Like there's a whole lot.
Oh,
Then the community you get of, like, I didn't know so much about different African countries so that until I got here and I said, oh, Zimbabweans, Ghanaians, Kenya, like different people from Africa. Now I want to explore Africa because I'm seeing different cultures and everything here. And so the community, the exposure, the education you get is quite different from what we have back home. It's a whole lot. And so that's why I advise people is, if you're doing it, then do it. Put in your best. Like
yes.
go all way out for it and apply. You're going to get so much.
Honestly, the way you're saying it, it looks like, oh my God, it's something sweet. Like, I feel like, yeah, I want to encourage everybody, like, give it your best. Like, I know it's a competitive stuff, like a competitive scholarship, but who knows, you might be the one they might pick for the yeah, you get, so you don't get to like teach as a teaching assistant or
No, for us, it depends. For us, we worked because I was an AI scholar, so I worked with the AI acceleration team. It was like part time,
activity.
20 hours while studying, and so you get your stipend. And for others, there were some people like for this current scholars, there are some people that are not working at all, but they get their stipend. There are some that are working. You can work and you still get your money. So for me, what I had like people that reach out to me, like if they are giving the option, they ask, oh, if they are giving the option to work or not, I said you work because you gain that experience also of something you also add to your CV. That I worked with uh, a firm here in the US, an organization. So it's an added advantage for you. You're not just learning, you're also like getting the skills, learning how the system works here, right? Working with people, learning how people. And while I worked, I got so many things. I got the opportunity to attend a summit, a world class summit in San Diego, which very few people attend. That's if I convert the money that was spent on me from that conference to
Yeah.
naira, I will buy one good plot of land in Abuja and build that building. So it was because of my like work with them, right? I had to attend that conference. I even attended, got the opportunity to speak on a panel on a world class summit. I had so many opportunities. I attended so many conferences,
Oh,
so many programs and all. Yeah. So
that's
yeah, so you can choose to.
Thank you for sharing that with us. We appreciate. So, just one question from the audience. This question, I don't know. Were you working full time when you were making applications?
Yes, I was working in the bank, and you know how banking work was. I
Great.
was, I
So,
was,
yeah.
I was doing so many things. Like, I think I'm the kind of person that I'm always busy. I'm always busy.
Yeah.
People are like my friends. They are always like, Esther, you need to rest. Like for the past 48 hours, I didn't sleep. I did not blink.
Hmm.
I was really tired because yes, I was awake all through yesterday, the night before, doing some preparations. I'm doing a fellowship. I'm working.
Wow.
I'm also like I have an NGO which is Opportunities Unlocked, which I'm following up. I'm in different collabs. I'm in different teams, and so I have to submit maybe my presentations. I have meetings 2 a.m., 4 a.m.,
Wow.
5 a.m. On Friday is usually my busiest days. I have meetings back to back on Fridays from 2 a.m. to sometimes 12 p.m. every Friday. It's always busy for me. And
Wow.
so while I was in Nigeria, I was working in the bank, GT Bank to be precise. I was volunteering for different organizations, like different organizations. I had my NGO opportunities on local. I was always hosting programs and all. I was always mentoring people. Like
Wow.
I had time to like create time to mentor people. And I also had like side businesses and other things that I do. So it was very busy. I had to stay awake most night and I still have to go to the work. So it's actually you knowing what you want. That's the truth.
Thank
Like
you.
what do I want? You have to
Put in
put
the
work. Nobody's going to do it for you.
yeah.
So you have to create time for it. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. I must comment, despite your busy schedule, you still took time to come like speak to us. I really appreciate it. I said it the other day that when I looked at your profile, I saw that no, you were a busy person. You have a like you manage a NGO stuff. Like I saw that you are working. I was like, are we gonna get a yes? But I really appreciate you for giving us time out of your schedule. We do appreciate. So let us not like waste so much of your time. Sarah to me or Miss or Mr. She already talked about this. I want to believe you can. Yeah, we don't want to go through. Someone says I have a problem with SOP. I am applying for statistics related course, but had a D. Should I address this? Should I address this? Like the person has a D in probability.
Okay. a start to, oh, this one, right? I think it might really be bad for you when you get to the department you're applying to.
Mm,
That's where the issue might be in the department. So that's the thing now. I don't know. You can go to the department and send them an email, go to the admissions, send an email with this your result, and tell them, if you're ask them if you're likely to get admission with this result, if it's okay to apply with this result, so that you'll not waste your time. So you can do it maybe today, or just send an email to them, so that by Monday you get a feedback and you know if you should apply to the scholarship. Because yeah, you might scale through the scholarship, but then you don't get the admission from the department. That's an issue for you. So write to the department to find out if they will give you admission with that. So that would be my advice.
that's on point. Thank you for answering that. So I have a question, and the question is like, for people that want to apply, like maybe how you can like encourage them. Probably you've mentioned it. Advice you would give to someone who feels like they are not good enough, or who is probably scared, or like, can I do this? Maybe a word of encouragement for you, with please.
So I think my advice would be, do never think that you're not good enough. Do
Okay.
not ever think that you're not good. You might not have graduated with a first class degree or something, but just keep trying.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just for first class degree holders. Let me just make it clear.
Yeah.
It's not just for first class degree holders, a scholarship. So you can apply with your 2-1 result. Yes, you can apply with that. So please, never just put in your application, but tell your story well. Let them know that you really need it. Let them see how you've tried to improve yourself over time, and why this scholarship is important to you. And another thing I should say is that, do not just go and write about your financial need. No, the scholarship is beyond financial need. Though, write why, the kind of impact is mostly about impact and leadership. This is the impact I'm making. This is why I need this scholarship. This is impact I will make when I get the scholarship. That is what you should be focused on. Not that, oh, I don't have money, I have this and that. No, that's not it. But when it comes to, if you're feeling down, maybe you've been applying, you've not been getting, I would say just keep trying. I saw a post by someone. She said she has been applying for over 6 years, I think, something like that, and over 30 scholarships, and she just got.
Yeah, I
Imagine
saw it on LinkedIn. Yeah.
or 6 years or something like that. I'm like, hey,
That's
who have
quite small.
like, people are really trying. I think during the webinar yesterday, someone said he has been applying since 2013. I'm like, hey, 2013. Do you know how many years somebody has been applying for?
Yeah.
Like, like,
Don't give up. Now
wow,
we'll get
do
back up. Yeah.
not ever give up. It's my dear, do not give up. Oh, just put in your best. Yeah.
Thank you. So yes, the next question. People are always like wondering, because I know some scholarship you might have to like go back home immediately after the scholarship. So for Mastercard at Arizona State program, it's just like you have to return, or you're allowed to like probably go for work experience. Yeah, like
I think the fact that I'm still here is supposed to answer that question. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So this, yeah, everybody is like, what next? What next? First, get the scholarship first. That's what I tell people. But yeah, you can.
That's just it. Get the scholarship when you get here first. You make the me. I'm making. Am I not making impact?
You're making but like
This webinar that I did, we had over 600 applicants, and I'm here doing it from here, from this place. I'm doing a lot, and it's impact. It's all impact. The only thing, they want you to make impact
mhm.
back home, like to your people, to Africa, and you can make it from anywhere in the world.
I like that. That was a good point. You can make the impact anywhere. Cool, 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 cool. So, to another question we have, we're about rounding up. Okay, what mindset should students have to thrive? Let's say they get a scholarship, because you're doing great. As a matter of fact, it's even like AI in business, and I was like, oh, as if you saw the future, like you're doing great. So, like for someone that got probably I eventually get a scholarship, what mindset should I have so I can thrive if selected?
I think the mindset that actually pushed you to apply
Hmm.
would keep you going.
Some okay, that's true. That's true. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if you actually know what pushed you to put in your best to apply, like to keep trying, I don't think you will want to give up when you remember where you're coming from. And for me, one thing that keeps me going is I have a goal, I know where I want to be, and I know I've not even started. And so when I look at my goals, I know that I don't think sleep is an option yet too.
Oh wow.
So it
Hey.
just keeps driving me, right? And so my advice would be have a goal for yourself and keep it somewhere that you're reminded of it at every point, or at every point, and it will drive you. It will drive you. Well, let it not drive you crazy. It will drive you, yeah. So yeah,
But
just focus.
yeah, sorry to cut you. Honestly, you inspire sincerely. Like, but you've gotten to some stage. I would believe you should be resting, but you're not even resting. You're doing it God. So
Like,
this is a challenge to everyone, even including myself. You see, like she has gotten the scholarship. She's working. She's still like doing a lot. So what excuse are you gonna give you that you've not? We are still trying to like get something. So please don't sleep. Don't. I'm not saying you should not sleep. When I mean like like don't be like be proactive, go for it, like have the strong mindset, and that mindset is gonna like keep you going, set your goals, and you're gonna like, achieve it. I always say it, you can always do anything you set your mind that you want to do. Believe in yourself, very important. All right, so we have a question. After this, you're only permitted to drop one more question. Good day, you made mention of being in the field of AI. What course is that? Because I am into the field too, and I would like to further, though I studied architecture.
what course is that? Because I did AI in business, artificial intelligence in business. That's what I studied.
Yeah.
But it's not. They are no longer funding AI in business because it's extremely expensive, and so that's no longer an option for years.
Not see it
So
on the list. Yes,
I, I made with my
lucky, unfortunate, yeah.
yeah. So it's just, wait, there's another five AI scholars for this year, but they are no longer sponsoring it again for coming years because it's very expensive. I tell you the amount, like, and it's the first AI course in
Arizona.
America, not just Arizona. It's the
Yeah.
first AI in business course in the United States
Wow.
and the first in ASU.
Honestly, I know you're an hot cake. Hot cake. When I saw it, I was like, AI in business. Oh my god, nice. That's a great one. All right. So it's AI in business, but unfortunately, the course is no longer available. But you can check out for other courses that are available on the website. You use the same personal statement for admission to ASU.
Oh, so what I'm saying, you can modify it because when you're writing about personal statement for the scholarship, you're trying to align it with you're writing it in a way that it aligns with the scholarship, what they want, and how your alignment with Africa and everything, and give back and everything. Those things have to be there. Like you have to touch on some of those things. But when you're applying to the school, you're applying based on the course, the requirements, maybe professors that you read their work that you want to work with, and why the department stands out for you and all that you get. So it's like two different things. So
Yeah.
you can pick some of the things you added to your personal statement for the scholarship and add to that of the department, but you shouldn't just pick the same one you submitted for the scholarship and submit for admission. No.
You need to modify it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So thank you so much. I just have two more questions. Someone is saying hello to you. And
Oh, Daniel.
yeah. So the question I have here, so let's say looking back from your scholarship journey, what would you have done differently? Probably like an advice to just encourage people that are watching in Africa. Any advice you can share looking back at how you started the whole process? Is there anything you might feel we probably like, yeah, they could learn from?
So I think what would I would say, what I would have done, what would I have done differently? Okay, so one thing. that I would advise people to do, not like really what I would have done differently is, because I think I did not really know. I At first I did not really want to like further first, but then
Oh,
later on I changed my mind. Okay, let me just do my masters, and then I like, okay, let me just start applying for scholarship because of like the community I had. Like, I started scholarship. Oh, you can apply for this thing, you will get it. And then it started motivating me. I started looking out for scholarship. So one thing I would say is build the right network. That's one. Two, start on time. If you've not started preparing, if you don't have like leadership experience, look for organizations to volunteer with. Look for things, projects to take on. These are things that can help you stand out, because those are the things you add to your aces, right? So look for those things, and keep them, start building on those things. For me, I started doing leadership and all that while I was in school, but not because I really wanted scholarship. It has just been a part of me. It has been something that has been in me right from time. So even when I graduated, I was still volunteering doing it. Like it was not because I wanted the scholarship, or it was just because I don't know, I just derived joy in doing it. And so, but then I now later knew, oh, you can actually use these things you're doing for scholarship. So if you're that kind of person, just start on time, apply. There are so many opportunities out there. Start looking out for them. So many opportunities out there. I think maybe before the course of at the end of the week, I might post some of them that I got access to recently, if I have time. But look out for them, apply. Do not limit yourself. Your social media platform, it's also because they will request, oh, your LinkedIn URL. Make sure that it's your professional life. Don't go and start telling stories that does not add any advantage to you.
yeah.
Please make sure that, oh, you're doing data science, or you're even transitioning, so there's one place they can see that, oh, this person is transitioning from an agri to data science, is your LinkedIn platform, right? Because they want to see, oh, this person did this project too, she's currently working on this project too. Those small projects you're doing that you're posting there, they want to check it out. And that might be something maybe on the scoreboard, because there's like a grading system. They've graded you and you have 7.0 over 10. They've graded the next person, the person has 7.0 over 10, and they just need something to differentiate between you and the other person to move to the next stage. Maybe they go to check your social media to see what you've been doing if you really qualify. And mind you, for the US embassy right now, that you want to go for your visa, right? You have to provide your social media link also,
Yeah.
right? And that's like part of the screening. So it's very important that your media platform, you're using it for your professional life. Be more focused on that than, for me, than any other thing. And because really me, I started that on time, and it has really been great for me. So much opportunities. Yeah, and also be bold about it. To be like, do not allow anybody discourage you that, oh, all this thing you're applying for, every time that is not working. To never allow anybody come and discourage you or anything. Do not allow anybody in your space that will come tell you that. So just keep applying. Don't give up, no matter the number of rejections. I got so many rejections, so that's the truth. But do not give up, and just keep trying. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think you've already answered my last question about giving us advice. So to end with that, like, do not give up. She has said it all. I would um advise us, for those that are just joining, if you've missed, you can always rewatch this later. Okay. And go for what you believe. Go for this. If you feel like, oh, you meet the requirements, please apply, put in your best. Don't just submit random applications just for submission's sake. Okay. Thank you so much, Scholar Esther, for taking time once again to come speak to us. I really appreciate you. And thank you to everybody that has joined. I want to believe this session is very helpful to you all. So thank you, ma'am. You guys can say thank you. Thank you. So she can know we really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Oh.
We'll look forward to bringing your success stories, testimonies to you. Thank
Yeah, I really want to see that. Seriously, I love seeing that. I
you.
love
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So, yeah, see you guys. That's the end of the session. Thank you.
it. Okay, bye.